Come join me on the journey as I take this plain charger plate and transform it into a creative design using alcohol ink and vinyl letters cut out with a Cricut machine. Hi, my name is Tina, and welcome to Refiner's Fire Artworks, where I'll be creating something from nothing and making mistakes along the way as he refines me in this artistic fire and in the fire of life. The goal of my artwork and craft pieces is to always glorify God with creativity. It's all about Him, and I'm just along for the ride, so I have to get myself out of the way and just learn to create and find out where it leads me. So I've got my apron on, I've got my window crack for ventilation, and behind me I've got my Ranger alcohol inks. I've got my 99% isopropyl alcohol. I've got my turntable that helps things move more easily. And then over there, I have my Revlon heat brush without the attachment, and that helps the ink move along the platter, the plate. So with that, let's go create.
Here I'm starting the process by laying down the alcohol first and then adding the ink. I will work that around for a bit to see what happens. So I've been selling my artwork creations at local craft shows the last few years, and I like to donate to various fundraising events, like at the small Catholic school in my parish. This year, I've been focusing on expanding my reach a little more, and a dear friend suggested one of the Catholic high schools in the region that does a very large annual dinner auction. I took the opportunity to connect with the coordinators and selected a few key pieces from my portfolio to donate that embrace our Catholic faith. And here is the behind the scenes look at how this one was created. I have these set to like 10 times speed, as it would be about 3 hours from beginning to end. So hang around. One of the options for a canvas when working on alcohol ink pieces is this plain white charger plate. I like to order mine from Amazon, and I think they make for a nice decor item that can be displayed, on a mantle, a shelf, a cupboard, around the home, office, or school, wherever. So the event coordinator asked if I could do a color scheme that matched their decoration colors for their upcoming events. So I chose some cool shades, and I hadn't quite yet decided on the verse or the saying that I wanted to include on the plate when I got started. That's how it goes sometimes. I use masking tape to block the outside band where the vinyl letters will go in order to keep that as clean as possible and to contain the ink within the inner circle area. It can splatter everywhere. Ask me how I know. Oh my, that was a mess when that happened. Sometimes I have an idea of how I want the ink design to turn out, but it often has other plans. I've learned to be flexible and see where it leads. My first attempt at this ink design was not good at all, and I ended up scrapping it and starting over fresh. So this one, as it began to developing into kind of a multi-circular design, I thought it was turning out pretty interesting. I didn't want to overwork it, So I just let it be. In some of these darker spots where the ink has pooled together, can be good places to apply some foil as nice enhancements. And here is where I applied a little bit of silver foil in various areas as a subtle finishing touch. Next, I'm removing the masking tape and cleaning the outside edge to remove any stray ink and preparing for the vinyl cut letters. So this design reminded me a lot of like movement or surrounding. And so the program that the program that is used by the Cricut machine is called Design Space. I didn't get all of this on video, but I went into the program, I created a new design with the measurements for the space I'm working with on that outside band. And it has to have just the right arch applied, or else it won't fit or look right. So I decided to use the words surrounded by myriads upon myriads of God's holy angels. And it's based on Revelation chapter 5, verse 11 that says, "Then I looked, and I heard the voices of many angels and living creatures and elders encircling the throne, and their number was myriads of myriads and thousands of thousands." So once I'm satisfied with that design, I send it to the Cricut machine to be cut out. So first, I lay down my vinyl on a sticky mat and insert it into the machine. My first attempt at cutting out the words on a navy colored vinyl got completely messed up. Like they were torn all to pieces, and yeah, it just was not good. So I scrapped that and went with a more consistent black vinyl instead. That worked out well, so now here I am doing a process called weeding. So weeding is removing the excess vinyl and the letters without tearing them, sticking, or having them stick together, or many other debacles. It can be quite tedious, but it is well worth the effort when finished. So here I am also trying to keep track of the teeny tiny little punctuation within this saying. So I just stick it to my mat and then apply it individually after I get the words down. That's the way that I have found best to handle those, because otherwise I lose them very easily. Once that's complete, I measure out the transfer tape that will get it from the paper backing of the vinyl over to the plate. And hopefully that's done successfully. So off camera, I was putting the transfer tape on my jacket sleeve to pick up some of the lint to help make it less sticky. So it's an interesting balance between being sticky enough to pick up the vinyl letters, but not too sticky that they won't release from the tape and adhere to the plate. So it truly is a labor of love and gives many opportunities for him to refine me with more patience and perseverance as I continually learn what works and what doesn't. For this one of the letters tore off on the bottom section here. So you can see that I'm improvising and fixing it as best as I can. So there it is, folks, the finished plate. I'm really excited with how it turned out. I pray this creative art piece brings many blessings and reminds you of God's unique love and the myriads of angels proclaiming, "Holy, holy, holy." I have started my Etsy shop and continue to expand my portfolio of items. If you're interested in seeing more of the various designs I've created, please go to refinersfireartworks.etsy.com. Also, I invite you to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell for notifications when I post more videos. There are more like this coming. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.